From Sydney, Australia, this is the Brad and Kiara Show. Now listen to us on the go from anywhere, any day, anytime. This is the Brad and Kiara Show podcast playback channel.
Playing the best tunes over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to get deep into a quick chat as, of course, we speak to one of our influencers who's been, of course, traveling around Sri Lanka. And I'm learning a lot of things about Sri Lanka through her travels and what she's uploading. Emily Parnell, ladies and gentlemen. She's, of course, originally from Great Britain, but right now exploring all corners of Sri Lanka.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, also known as Emily Parnell on Instagram and Emily in Sri Lanka on TikTok. I'm from England, but currently based here in Sri Lanka, and now I'm here on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
I often see her promoting Sri Lanka so well on Instagram, and it's really nice to see. But of course, the first thing we wanted to find out from Emily was what has she explored so far, and what are some highlights that she would like to share?
I'm lucky enough to have been able to explore a lot of the country, and whilst I live down south, I love finding the less popular areas to explore. I love Kalpitiya and Kitugala, but my highlights were definitely going water rafting, leopard spotting on safari, and spending a day with some of the last indigenous people of Sri Lanka.
Oh, don't you love it when, of course, non-Sri Lankans love these places in Sri Lanka? Kalpitiya, when was the last time we went to Kalpitiya? That's probably about
10 years ago, I want to say.
I think so. That's the time it was developing, so to put it. I remember that time. It was just incredible, but absolutely beautiful. I think kite surfing was quite popular from memory in that part of Sri Lanka. But Emily Parnell this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is our special guest, and we're talking to her about her experience. If you want to find and follow her, just look for Emily.Parnell on Instagram, and she's amazing. She's currently based in Sri Lanka, and the clips that she has, it's just fabulous. I mean, you could learn quite a lot. The way they go exploring different parts is kind of, educational to a certain degree, if you know what I mean. Now, on those lines, we of course asked Emily, I mean, you've been to so many places in Sri Lanka, and it's clear that, you have that special connection to Sri Lanka. So what is it that makes Sri Lanka special? Why is it unique? If I may ask you that question, how would you answer that? Emily Parnell this morning right here on the Brad and Kiara Show.
I honestly feel like one of the most unique things about Sri Lanka is the people. Sri Lanka is a beautiful island. You have beaches and jungles and mountains and so many things to do, but the people make this country so special. I've literally never felt so welcomed, and the hospitality of everyone you meet is amazing. I would recommend anyone visiting here to stay in a homestay and really try to mix with the locals, and you'll have such an amazing experience.
That's something that most people are trying out and enjoying as well. Going and staying with hosts from a homestay is something that people like to do, because you sort of get to live the life of the locals and get to experience what they do. So if you are considering visiting Sri Lanka, so many options, so many accommodation options that you can choose from as well, that will suit what you would like to experience.
But I love that line. I mean, the people make the real difference, and that's what you feel when you land in Sri Lanka, which is, kind of strange if you think about it. When you go to other parts of the world, it's hard to, get that opportunity to talk to somebody. A lot of people aren't really welcoming, but that's something you find, in abundance in Sri Lanka, where they go out of the way to greet you, to welcome you, to make you feel at home, which is beautifully highlighted by Emily this morning on the Brad and Kiara Show. More with Emily will continue as, of course, we speak to influencers, taking Sri Lanka to the world, and, of course, giving us that promo publicity that, of course, we need. We got more with Emily coming up right here on the Brad and Kiara Show. It's Ayu Bowen from Sydney.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara.
It's all about the feel goods as we connect you from different eras and, put you in a good mood. That's, of course, what happens through Backtrack. If you just tuned in, this is the Brad and Kiara Show, and yes, we are talking to our special guest this morning is Emily Parnell, based in England normally, but these days living in Sri Lanka and living her life, if I may add it. It's just beautiful, colorful, and it's absolutely brilliant to follow her on her social pages. If you want to do that, Emily.Parnell is, of course, her Instagram page.
Emily loves sharing videos about her life in Sri Lanka and everything she's exploring. So we asked her next, why would you recommend Sri Lanka to somebody else? What is special about it to you?
I feel like Sri Lanka is still quite a hidden gem in terms of travel locations at the moment, which is why now is the best time to go. I don't think people realize quite how much there is to do here, and everything is relatively close together. You can easily spend a few weeks here and get to see beautiful beaches, climb mountains, try surfing, drink local tea, go on a safari, which is why I always try to share the most unique and undiscovered parts of the country so that I can help my followers to experience it all.
Excellent stuff indeed. Now is the best time to go is the one line that's going to echo, if you ask me. Absolutely beautiful to listen to, of course, Emily this morning as she talks about her love for Sri Lanka. And it's always good to see these videos. And that's something that I've started doing these days because, you get to see a lot of different things. And it's amazing how, different people have different views of different things. And especially when it's something that you think you know everything about. And then you're refreshed by somebody who's, not really from that part. It is a good feeling indeed.
Now, when most people travel, they do like to decide based on what's available as far as food is concerned. And that's something we do as well. A good meal, some great food is something that everybody loves. So we asked Emily to describe and explain to listeners, especially people who haven't been to Sri Lanka before, about the food in Sri Lanka.
So I'm a vegetarian, which in some countries I've traveled to has been extremely difficult. But honestly, Sri Lanka is amazing for vegetarian food. You can never go wrong with dal and coconut sambal, but I also love hoppers and kottu.
You can never go wrong with some dal and pol sambal. Good to go any day.
Yes, talk about, of course, mouth-watering stuff this morning on the show. Emily Parnell, thank you for making time for us. It's been great to, of course, listen to you and more importantly, to watch you, follow you on your social pages. And since, of course, we play music, we gave Emily that option and we asked her if there's one song, what's your go-to song? What's that song you love listening to?
I love the song Belong Together by Mark Amber because I feel like it always gives such a happy vibe.
I know sleep is friend.
From Sydney, Australia, this is the Brad and Kiara Show. Now listen to us on the go from anywhere, any day, anytime. This is the Brad and Kiara Show podcast playback channel.